Mate's right in front of me. Run through! Your spear snapped.
Hey, welcome back to Spearfishing Down Under. We're in the studio today. We haven't been here for a long period of time. You know what? I have got some of the coolest, craziest, funniest videos of things that have happened to me and to my mates while we're spearfishing. I'm gonna kick off with an absolute clanger. Let me set the scene. Bryce and I were about 20 mile offshore in 1,000 meters of water, trying to raise a blue marlin by trolling pushes behind the boat. Now, a fish comes, hits the teaser. I jumped over expecting there to be a big blue marlin, but no blue marlin, a monster sailfish. This fish is 40 to 50 kilos. Now, I've shot heaps of sails. Bryson had never shot one, so I didn't shoot it. I screamed out to Bryson, sail, sail, jump in the water.
Massive sail! Sail!
I assumed that Bryson was going to put on his goggles and jump in the water. Check out what Bryson does.
Massive sail! Mate's right in front of me. Put my mask on.
He dives down, that sailfish right in front of him, and he opens his eyes looking at that sail. He can make it out, just not clear enough to see. Comes back to the surface. I give him my goggles.
Put my mask on.
And he dives and has another go. No fins, just goggles. Now, the water's that clear, I can see it, so I'm filming it. Comes back to the surface, unable to shoot it. We swap over fins, I give him my fins, and at this point, I'm trying to swim back to the boat. I got 2 weight belts on, I'm trying to juggle camera, snorkel, one fin. Bryson's got one fin, trying to shoot that thing. Oh, I tell you what, this was the craziest situation we've ever been in. The outcome actually was Bryson pulling the trigger and missing that sail. Now, let me put this in perspective. We're in 1,000 meters of water, 20 miles offshore, and no one's in the boat. Both of us are in the water, the boat's drifting away, and our focus is trying to shoot this sailfish. Honestly, this is the wildest, craziest stuff. Listen, I wouldn't encourage anybody else to be this stupid, but sometimes doing this dangerous, dumb crap is what gets you the good fish. And I want 100 comments to tell Bryson he should have put a mask on before he got on. That would have made it the coolest footage ever.
A mask on or a camera?
A mask. Just his mask. If he'd have put his mask on, I could have swum him to the bottom. I could have swum him down to the fish, and I would have been filming over his shoulder. And then that would have been his grand slam of billfish. He still hasn't shot a sailfish. Oh my gosh. He was opening his eyes underwater.
What's wrong with that?
Like, have you ever looked underwater and seen if you can see something?
Yeah.
He could see a black blur. Now, I gave him my mask and I could see it, but to try and shoot it, like, you don't even know how far away you are. I'm like, Bryson, you know what? He'd been talking about it for months. I want to shoot a marlin without having my mask on. And that's why he did it. And I know it's why he did it. Stupid. Anyway. The second one is something that happened here locally. Now, I was just diving on a patch of coffee rock. Honest truth, I went to this spot because there was a guy following me everywhere I went. And this spot was usually crap and I've never seen good fish here. I jumped in on it, hoping the guy would tag along, and he anchored beside me as he had done numerous other places. I thought I'd do one dive before I left, headed to the bottom, and I came down and there was a nice grassy emperor. I lined up with the grassy emperor and he kicked a little bit, pulled the trigger, clipped him high, and I lost him. Oh, I chased him along the bottom, had my spear in hand. I was gonna do it old school, just stab him. He went into a cave, and check this out. Boom, stabbed straight into him, pull him back to the surface, and I still got him. This is the coolest thing. I love it when moments like this happen, and I love it even more when you get it on film. Side note, I jumped in the boat. I took off really quick before old mate could jump back into this boat and chase me. This next one is similar to that first one. I dive on one of my favourite spots here locally, and I headed to the bottom, and the place is covered in fish. Big Queensland gropers, heaps and heaps of mangrove jacks, and a big school of mulloway. I just searched through that school of mulloway and I see one really big one. I roll the spear out, try to stone that fish because this spot's really sharky. Pull the trigger, didn't stone it. Hit it a bit high, it takes off and tears out straight away. Head to the surface, frustrated. I couldn't believe that I just blew that really nice fish. And I decided I was going to reload and do another dive. I head down to the bottom, not expecting to see the mulloway or any mulloway, but as I come down, off in the distance I can see some mulloway. Crept along the bottom, the mulloway school come back into me, and you wouldn't believe it, right in the middle of it was that big one again. He swam straight up to me. Pulled the trigger, and this time stoned him. Absolutely stoked to shoot and lose, and then to get that fish again within a couple of minutes, stoked. Notice this, shark on it straight away. Had to pull that fish to the surface as quick as I could. This is a bit deeper. Sometimes it's hard to pull big fish like this to the surface. I got lucky, no shark ate it, which has happened here multiple times.
Careful, don't drive over my line. I actually lost that dew. Tore out. Oh yeah, just trying to pull that thing up before I got ate. Shark was right beside it when I shot it. Let's grab him, please. So all the normal dew there. I was going to shoot just one of those normal ones again. The whole school like a bit spooky then.
This next video is also shooting a mulloway. Head to the bottom, I'm scratching, laying there. I was actually looking for a snapper in amongst these surgeon fish, and I looked around, couldn't see any snapper. I was just about to push off the bottom and head up, and everything spooked. I turned around to see why. 2 mulloway came straight in. Swung my gun, pulled the trigger, shot that mulloway. That thing took off, fighting hard. Listen to this noise. That ping was actually the spear snapping. I headed to the surface, not realizing what had happened. When I got to the surface, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it when I pulled up that fish, and this much of the spear was still stuck in the fish. I just thought for sure I was going to lose it. I pulled it up, it ran. I pulled it up, it ran. I'm like, I'm going to lose this fish any moment. I got it to the surface, finally got my arms around, bear hugging it, realizing that literally that spear had snapped, leaving a tiny little bit, and it jammed in the fish. I was so lucky. Now, double lucky, because I was actually using Andrew Jones's gun and I snapped his spear.
Your spear snapped. Your spear snapped. Look. Can you believe that locked in there like that?
Listen, you got to keep watching because there's some really cool, crazy stuff to come up. This next one, crystal clear water. Dove down, laying on the bottom, bit of scratching, and off in the distance, I can see some snapper. You know, it's hard to shoot snapper when it's really clear like this. They're quite a smart fish. But I noticed that a snapper was starting to come in, paying attention to me. I thought I've got this fish. I was ready to aim, and he turned to take off, and I pulled the trigger. Being so clear, I shot a little long. I hit it, snapped its spine, but my spear fell out straight away. Now, unfortunately, it had already been a fairly long dive, so I had to head to the surface.
Jonesy! Woo-wee! Boo, boo, boo!
Got to the surface trying to reload, yelling out to Jonesy. I could see from the surface that snapper just doing circles, cartwheels on the bottom. Reloaded as quick as I could, and I dove down to second shoot it. Oh my goodness. As I come down, that thing's doing cartwheels, I'm trying to aim. There's nothing worse than trying to second shot a broken fish because, oh, you always just getting the shakes. This thing finally lined up, I pulled the trigger and it kicked just as I shot and I missed for the second time. Oh my gosh, I chased it on the bottom, I'm trying to re-stab it. Went under a hole, out under another one. Man, I couldn't get a second stab on this thing and I headed to the surface.
Andrew! 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 Hi!
Lucky for me, after abusing Jonesy and yelling at him multiple times, he came, dove to the bottom, and he second shot that snapper and I got it. All's well that ends well. Sorry, Jonesy, for abusing you all those times.
Jones, just explain to us, why do you have to stress me out so badly?
Slow and steady wins the race, mate.
Slow and steady wins the race. Not this race, because I'll be throwing you over the side.
Look, you haven't hurt him at all. He's still like going like inside the wreck.
Yeah, caught in a cave.
Bombastic side eye.
Now, this one is a flip of the script. Me paying Jonesy back for shooting that snapper for me. We're diving at one of my favourite spots. Shallow, clear, and there's usually snapper here. Jonesy dove into the middle of the surgeons and he lined up, pulled the trigger on a nice snapper. I was stoked, I was cheering, until that snapper tore off. I quickly dove, it was swimming away from me. I lined up again. Wounded fish are hard to shoot. I pulled the trigger and I missed. Can you believe it? I had an opportunity and I blew it. Oh man, I go to the surface, I'm trying to reload. I can see that fish kicking around on the bottom. Listen, I followed it for a few minutes while I was reloading, trying to keep an eye on that fish, trying to get the spear loaded properly, trying to pull the rubbers back through the gun, keep an eye on the fish. It's so hard, but I kept my eyes on it. I got reloaded, pulled the rubbers back, and I could still see that fish. I was heading back towards the reef and I got above it as best I could, dove down. Oh, my second time trying to shoot it the second time, and I lined up, pulled the trigger, stoned it. So stoked. After all the chaos, all the mayhem, I finally got to land Jones's fish for him.
Yahoo! Jonesy!
Payback for that fish. Listen, for me, yes, Jonesy shot it and lost it. I'm not going to claim it as my fish. For me, that's Jones's. I would never have shot it if he hadn't shot it first. That's his. Sorry, Daniel, man. Oh, that leads me to the last one. Again, Jonesy in the water with me. And this was a absolute crazy one. Honestly, this is one of my favorite clips that I've ever recorded. Make sure you watch this all the way to the end because it's wild. I was breathing up and I took a dive, and as I was heading to the bottom, I first saw a mackerel, but the mackerel was swimming away. Then I saw a kingfish and I was just drifting down. Now listen, you'll be able to hear really loud croaks of mulloway. I'd already shot our bag limit on mulloway, so I was thinking I was going to shoot one of those kingfish. The kingy didn't come quite close enough and I drifted to the bottom. It swam off, but then it decided to come back. It's a bit lazy, lined up my shot, pulled the trigger trying to stone it, and hit it just a little bit high and headed to the surface, thinking this is easy, I've got this fish. When I got to the surface, I started pulling it up and I noticed the shot high was just starting to tear a little bit, so I yelled out to Jones.
You second shot this quick.
Rudely again, he gets it from me a fair bit, but I pulled up a bit higher and I noticed that that's actually starting to really tear, so I'm screaming out to Jones.
Hurry up! Just put your spear in. Just put your spear in. Just put your spear in and shoot it.
He'd just shot a kingfish himself, was thrown in the boat and trying to reload his gun. Man, he's trying to reload, I'm yelling at him, making him nervous, and that fish is just under me, and the flopper's really starting to tear out. This is the funniest thing you ever see. Jonesy pulls one rubber back, fish comes past him, pulls the trigger, misses. I'm just like, oh my goodness, so I grab a hold of the spear tears out, I swing the spear, hit it, falls out, grab the fish in my arms, and jumps out of the water. Starting to swim away, I chase it and re-stab it again. Oh my gosh, I was a little bit excited.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Did you see that, crap? Did you see that?
Did you see that crap? That one broke his spine. The second stab I did broke his spine. Oh, that's crap. That's ridiculous.
I hope you got a bunch of laughs out of this. I hope you enjoyed this episode. For me, this is some of my favorite crazy clips and the wild things that happen to us. In the coming weeks, we've got some more studio stuff going on. In the coming weeks, you're gonna keep an eye out for the best 45-minute spearfishing I have ever been a part of.
Is he? That thing's a monster! Oh, sailfish! He just shot a baby and there's a monster!
Absolutely unbelievable. I shot 3 of the best fish I've ever shot. Don't miss out on that one in the coming weeks. Hey, big shout out to Reef. Thank you for all that you do. If you want to grab some Reef gear, head into Adreno. Tim Spear, 10% discount in-store or online to get your Reef gear.
Hey guys, before we head off the worlds, we still have some awesome raffles going on. Jump on teamdownunder.com and you'll see on there's raffles for submerged, there's some raffles for dive, there's some raffles going right now for Icy Tech. Incredible prizes, air skis, fins, and some amazing merch. So make sure you jump on there and check that out. Some really cool stuff going on. Thanks to all those that supported us. Thanks to those that have given us stuff to raffle. We really appreciate you all.
Big thank you, JSW Water Sports. Listen, if you're looking for some accessories for your jet ski, make sure you head into there and use Spearfishing 10. Get 10% discount on all the accessories in JSW Water Sports. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all of your sharing. Thanks for letting everybody know about our channel. We appreciate you. Hope you get down getting in the water.